Hello, hello.
Hello.
Alright, hear you good?
Papa, can you hear me?
Alright, so avionics, that's already on, right?
Yeah, avionics are already on. We already got everything kind of dialed in over here.
Okay. Comms, alright, let's get ATIS in here, 125.5.
Already on the bottom. Com 2.
Well, this one, right?
Nope, this one, 12505.
Okay,
So then just Com 2 down.
so.
And then maybe turn up the volume a little bit.
VOR Alpha approaching use, arriving and departing runway 24. Hazardous weather in effect for Southern California. AirMet Sierra for IFR conditions. Contact flight service frequencies for additional information. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike.
Mike.
Fullerton Tower information, Mike, 1748 Zulu. Wind variable at 4, visibility 7, few clouds at 1,200. Temperature 22, dew point 17, altimeter 2991. VOR Alpha approaching use, arriving and departing runway 24. Hazardous weather in effect for Southern California. AirMet Sierra for IFR
I just got in the plane. What's going on?
Contact flight service frequencies for additional information. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike.
Yeah. Because you passed the Jamboree on the 5, right? Yeah. So right when you get off at Jamboree, make a right, and it's the first driveway on the right. It sits right next to the 5 freeway. It used to be the old Toys R Us.
Dew point 17, altimeter 2991. VOR Alpha approaching use, arriving and departing.
That's too far.
24.
It's before that.
Hazardous weather in effect for Southern California. AirMet Sierra for IFR.
Yeah, so it's immediately when you get off the freeway, right-hand turn, right-hand turn, right-hand turn. And then when you go in, just go in the store, head to the right, and it's the last aisle next to the bakery.
1748 Zulu.
So,
Wind variable at 4.
Wonderful, thank you, I appreciate that.
7, few clouds at 1,200.
Alright, bye.
Temperature 22, dew point 17.
Alright.
Sorry, my students bring me a lunch because I'm going to be hungry.
Alright.
And departing runway 24. Hazardous weather in effect for Southern California.
Let me just switch it over for
Sierra for IFR conditions. Contact flight
What's
service frequencies for additional information. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike.
What are you got over there? 2217?
Yeah.
Tower information, Mike.
ATIS?
1748 Zulu. Wind variable at 4.
2991,
Visibility
okay.
7.
How the turns have tabled.
I know. Okay, and then we're going to also go over to Chino.
Okay.
So you can put Chino's ATIS in. Their ATIS is 125.85.
Alright, that's good.
And so then that's going to go up here, so we're going to go 125.85. Switch this over, because we don't need this one anymore. Do you remember how to call ground?
It's gonna be, Fullerton Ground, Cessna, do I just say 496?
Whole number.
Alright, Cessna November 20496.
Skip the November.
Oh, okay, 20496.
Yeah, 20496.
20496, requesting taxi information, Mike.
Almost.
Okay.
So do Fullerton Ground, Skyhawk, or Cessna 20496 at General Aviation with information Mike requesting 24 run up.
Requesting 24 run up, okay.
You want me to write it down?
No, I think I got it. So, Fullerton Ground, Cessna 20496, requesting taxi to 24 run up information, Mike.
Correct.
Okay.
Skip the M's, just straighten it out.
Wait, skip the M's?
No ums.
Oh, okay.
Just who are you, which is tower, who we are, 20496, at General Aviation with Mike requesting, and then what you're requesting, 24 run up.
Yeah, taxi to 24 run up.
Correct.
Okay.
And you can just say 24 run up, not 22, because then it sounds like your 2 is like a number 2, not a 22.
So taxiing 24 run up.
Taxi 24 run up.
Okay. Alright.
If you mess up, just release the mic, and then I got you.
Alright. Fullerton Ground, Cessna 20496 at General Aviation, requesting to taxi 24 run up. Information, Mike.
Cessna 20496, Fullerton Ground, runway 24 run up, taxi Alpha.
24 run up, taxi via Alpha, and then your tail.
24 run up, taxi via Alpha, November 20496. Sorry.
No, November. Alright, let's roll.
Alright. Don't we have to adjust that altimeter?
Yep.
Okay, sorry.
2991.
Fullerton Ground, runway 24, taxi Alpha.
Runway 24 via Alpha, Cessna 24512.
Flaps up. Landing light on. And then start to roll. Roll on out to the right. Clear left, clear straight, clear right.
To the right?
Yep. Give me a brake check. Perfect. You don't have to be too hard on it. Now go to the right and we'll start heading on up.
There we go.
And then when you do your checklist, like even before we start the plane and so forth, like do a passenger brief, like just get in the habit of doing that.
Okay.
Clear left, clear straight, clear right. Release the brakes, just roll it out. And then do your instrument check. Wings dip, all sides out, upright and erect, free flowing, opposite direction of each other, vertical speeds reading 0. No brakes. Just reduce that throttle a little bit. Idle it a little bit. And then now I want you to swing it to the right over here.
Okay.
Oh, maybe that's his plane. Oh, that is him.
We got a diamond right here.
Okay, swing to the left.
Skyline 535 Delta,
So,
Fullerton
this
Ground,
one?
left cross on through, wind 210.
I didn't want to
runway
take-
2450.
Got that guy.
And then go... How do you want to do this? Go that way.
Okay.
Because then that diamond can come over here and take this spot.
Yeah,
and
then we'll just go between the middle, or?
Yep. Right here. Keep it going. And then we're going to swing around him on the left-hand side.
Okay.
He should have, like, arched it a little bit in that crooked, you know, like spot,
Yeah.
but he didn't. Alright, and then stop right here.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, after start, that's alright, taxi. Got that. Run up. Alright, mixture full forward. Throttle at 1800. Alright, magnetos. Alright, let's start with the right. Looking for that drop.
Okay.
Alright, back to both. Alright,
Cessna 24512, Fullerton Tower, left cross on approved, wind
Follow that drop,
210,
back to
runway
both.
2450, takeoff.
now we're gonna do the, so, that's in the green, that's in the green.
Okay.
Check amps.
And the other thing you can do, remember, is turn off the battery, the alternator, the left one.
Okay.
Turn that. Red light, discharge.
Okay.
Great Papa
Turn it
Hotel,
back on.
transmitters intermittent, runway
Alright,
24 for
suction
land.
gauge. We already checked that, right? Oh, right, yeah. Is that it?
The suction gauge is right there.
Skyline
Oh,
535,
4.5 to 5.5.
12385, see ya.
And
That's what you're looking for.
okay.
Carb heat comes on now. See that drop?
Yep.
And then now idle all the way out.
Alright, throttle, yep. Alright, carb heat off.
And then back up to
Back
1,000.
up to 1,000. Alright, mixture slightly lean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright.
And then the pre-takeoff brief. So engine failure or abnormality. Immediately close the throttle, stop straight ahead, and avoid any obstacles. And then if not enough runway remains to a stop, it's going to be
Mixture
cut off, fuel shut-off valve off,
Battery
battery off, ignition off, and then that's it.
Okay.
And then at failure immediately after takeoff, land on remaining runway within 30 degrees of center lane. Avoid obstacles, do not attempt a 180. We'll just pitch the nose for best glide, which is what?
Best glide is for like have the speed at 70, right?
65, 70.
65.
Flaps as necessary, power as available, time permitting to declare an emergency, and then after that, it's from the floor to the door. So fuel shut-off valve off, mixture off, throttle off, ignition off, leave battery on, because you can still use your flaps, still use your comms, and then turn that off eventually. Pre-takeoff brief is complete.
Alright.
Flight controls, make sure they're free and correct.
Alright, and then trim, just to make sure trim is all good.
How's it look?
Looks perfect.
Cool.
Alright. Flight instruments, balls in the cage, so this is reading 0, that's reading 0.
And this is upright and erect?
Yep.
And then also no cracks, no bubbles on that?
Yep, and that matches that, right?
Yeah, looking solid.
Okay, alright. We don't have autopilot, check fuel gauge, that's good.
Fuel gauge is looking good.
Fuel selectors on both. Trim set to take off. We check that. Flaps set. GPS we don't have that. Heading indicator we check that. That's all good. Departure briefing. We're just gonna take off 24.
Runway 24 with information.
Right.
2128 Delta
and head to
runway
Chino.
24 taxi Alpha.
Okay.
24 via Alpha, 28 Delta.
Mixture. Full forward. Wait, hold on. Okay, that's before takeoff. So yeah, that's alright. That's like a light cameras action. Yeah, ready for taxi clearance to runway 24.
Cool. Yeah, he was the one that was our student that just bought that. He just got his private.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sweet. Fine.
And Dad will see it on the camera.
Yeah.
I hate Bonzes though. They're so their details. They're just so loud.
Southeast run up. Request taxi to 24 with Mike.
Star 589 Tango, Fulton ground runway 24 taxi Alpha.
24 Alpha 589 Tango.
So this one's gonna be Fulton ground November Cessna 496.
20496, whole number.
Okay, 20496. Run up complete. Or requesting taxi.
Just run up complete.
Okay.
And then he'll give you 24 taxi via Alpha.
Okay.
So if you want to call him up real quick.
Alright. Fullerton ground Cessna 20496. Run up complete.
Cessna 496, follow the Diamond Star runway 24 taxi Alpha.
Follow with the Diamond, 24 taxi via Alpha.
Follow the Diamond, taxi Alpha 24. Cessna 496.
Advance at 2128 Delta, traffic 2 mile final, you ready to go?
It's always that repeating part, it gets me confused.
Yeah.
Alright.
Advance 2128 Delta, traffic mile now final, wind 2404, runway 24, clear for takeoff. 28 Delta, state direction of departure.
Departure.
Or 28 Delta, approved us request.
Idle it out. Just kind of crawl the rest of the way.
Fullerton Tower, Diamond Star 589 Tango, holding short 24 Alpha. Request a right crosswind departure.
Diamond Star 589 Tango, Fulton Tower, hold short of runway 24 for landing traffic.
Holding short 24 589 Tango.
I thought we'd keep 1200 for staying in the pattern, but since we're switching to different airports, how does that work?
Just maintain 1200.
Okay.
Unless you're doing a flight following. God, I'm going to open this window. Unless you're doing a flight following. So, like, say we're going over to Chino.
Yeah.
On the initial call up from here, you're going to say Fullerton. Everything's running the same, except you're going to ask for a VFR flight following to Chino or whatever airport it is.
Okay.
If they don't know what it is, which typically if it's somewhere in the area, then they know what it is. But if it could be something different that maybe they don't have, say like Palm Springs, you know, for instance, they don't know what that abbreviation code is.
Yeah.
Papa Oscar Papa.
Alright.
Or I'm sorry, Papa Sierra Papa. ESP is what their abbreviation is.
So yeah, we just keep 1200 on the squawk just because.
Just because we're not being followed. So if we're doing also like a traffic advisory or something where SoCal Approach is going to be like following us, you know, even if you're like when you do for your check ride, they're going to ask for just traffic advisories.
Okay.
So they're just going to be like, hey, when you're up in the air, they go talk to SoCal with a request, you know, 20496 with a request. What are you requesting? Just asking for traffic advisories. This is where we're at. You ping it, and then they'll just give you, hey, you know, someone's off here knows whatever, as you jump in works.
Okay. Cessna Papa Hotel Taxi General Alpha, good day.
Taxi General Alpha.
But you can also just, if you're just doing like a chill flight, say like down from here, down to Dana, you know, up and along the coast, you can ask for flight traffic advisories.
Yeah.
They'll give it to you. So. Alright, so we're talking to tower now.
Okay.
What are we asking them?
Requesting takeoff from 24. So,
yeah, so so what we're going to tell them is Fullerton Tower, Skyhawk 20496, holding short of runway 24, requesting a right crosswind departure.
Okay. So,
you want me to do it?
Fullerton Tower, Cessna 20496, requesting takeoff runway 24, right crosswind traffic.
Right crosswind departure.
Oh, right crosswind.
I'm going to get you here, so we just get out.
Yeah.
Fullerton Tower, Skyhawk 20496, holding short of runway 24, requesting a right crosswind departure.
Skyhawk 20496, Fullerton Tower, right cross confirmed, wind 2504, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
24, clear for takeoff, 20496.
Alright, clear.
Alright, lights, camera, action. Lights all on. Cameras 1200. Mixtures all the way in. Clear on final. And then go ahead and start roll.
Alright. So just maintain that like 75 on the airspeed for good.
75 as best. Okay. 75, 80. Full throttle. Just use a lot of that right rudder. No brakes. Feet on the heels on the floor. Flag is looking pretty good, showing like a little bit of a right wind. Airspeed is alive, gauges are in the green, 55, rotate. Then now that we're leaving, you're gonna have to add a little bit more right rudder. So now nose it down a little bit.
Bonanza 2128 Delta,
nose it on down.
frequency change for a good flight.
Pick up your airspeed.
Frequency change for good day.
Trim, give that wheel like a trim up. Yeah, there you go. Now pick a building. You see that building with the black windows in it?
Yeah.
Shoot for that building.
Okay.
Continue on climbing. So have a sight picture out there. Pull back a little bit more. Easy on your hand over there. And just fly that 2-4 there, but now we don't really see our spot, but you can kind of like look up a little bit, see what you see. And then at 600 feet, we're going to make a right crosswind departure. Because if we look back, we're just off the runway. Looking really good. Slowly start your right-hand turn. Actually, just give it a right-hand turn. And then just get that 2-4 heading left of the 90 degrees.
Okay.
We're just making sure we're clearing that tower pretty well.
Dominate 9 Tango, frequency change for good day.
Frequency change approved.
Level it out. Look at the runway. Looking really good. Because if you were to have an engine failure here, you know, would we be able to make it back?
No.
No. But just kind of being aware of where you currently are. Now give it a northbound departure.
I feel like with this plane, I'm giving it controls, but I feel like it's not doing anything.
What are you giving it?
Like when I'm just turning it to like trying to get it to north, it just like I'm putting in some aileron, but it's just, no, it's not.
Aileron, are you using rudder with it?
Yeah, I'm using rudder with it. But I think I just have to apply more.
Got it. Are you forcing this nose down at all?
To trim it.
Trim it up. Push it up. Get it to 80 as best you possibly can.
Okay.
So it's that pitch power trim method.
Yeah.
What we're pitching for is airspeed. Power, we're climbing, so it's full power all the way in. And then you're trimming it to relieve that pressure to maintain, help you maintain that airspeed.
The trim is my best friend right now.
Two trim is your best friend. Once we're at cruise, then we're not pitching and trimming for that. We're trimming for our altitude, to hold our altitude. So then you're just going to pitch that nose down 5 bunch of feet prior to 3,000.
Okay.
So at 295, pitch it down, then trim it. Reduce that power, trim that out to help relieve that pressure.
So aren't we supposed to be maintaining 1,200 or below 1,200 to keep the like squawk, you know? Since we're going out to Chino.
What do you mean?
Like you said, like since we're squawking 1,200, we're gonna stay below 1,200.
No.
Oh, okay.
It'd be whatever altitude.
Oh. Just because you're just
as long as you're below, you know, like as long as you're in echo airspace, which is what we're going to be in. You know, we're not going to be in alpha airspace or anything like that, so we're not flying IFR where we necessarily need to have a squawk code. 2,000. Keep on climbing, looking good.
Take it back to that north. The 3,000?
3,000.
That's the 20496, freak change approved, yeah.
Frequency change approved, 20496, thanks. Alright, switch over the frequency. Arrow on top, double arrow. Yeah. That's the little hopper practice frequency, so 123.3.
Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna practice low on them.
Doing a few maneuvers, see what you got. You know, this has been a while.
Yeah.
What's it been, like a month? No, it's been over a month. Never flying in, Joe.
Delta up there. And we're back pressure, get that back to 80.
What you could do here is also pick a spot, you know, like further out, like one of those peaks. Just aim for that.
Yeah.
And then if it starts to kind of ever so slightly go to the left or to the right, just crab into that. Just maintain that you're still like heading towards it.
Okay.
Do like the little wing correction, like angles, and the crab into it. Because when you're climbing, you know, just have that sight picture of like, okay, that peak is north.
Yeah.
Pitch power trim right now. So pitch down, 3,000. Let that airspeed build up. Hold it. Stabilize that vertical speed indicator. Right there. Reduce that power back, 2,000. And now trim by pushing that wheel forward. I need a little bit more. Still happen to hold on to that. Yeah. There you go. Vertical speed's now stabilizing. You're holding. You're only like 50 feet above your 3,000.
Yeah.
Looking good. So when you have like a peak in your north section, you don't necessarily have to focus on this because you already know that peak is north, but clear for traffic because remember 90% outside, 10% inside. Checking your gauges, you know, scan for traffic, check your gauges, scan for traffic.
Yeah.
You're 100 feet high now.
Yeah.
Slowly creeping on you. Push it down, just retrim it.
Slowly to 75.
I love a poor man's autopilot.
Yeah. Alright, give me a
Oh, what?
left turn,
Okay.
but I want you to go east. So full, like,
Okay, just up.
almost like a full 360, but we're going to have to do like 270 here.
Okay.